Alright, welcome to Hangar 51. Who's in the room tonight? Somebody just popped in. And it's Wild Bill! What's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Who else is here? Nobody yet. Don't mind me, I'm just finishing my dinner. So, you really can't tell me I'm eating down here in the corner. I thought we'd watch Wreck 'em Roy while... Hey, look at all the people jumping in. Look at this crap. Awesome, guys. How you doing? Litz, what's up? Wreck 'em Roy. Hey, what are we watching, Roy? No, what are these? These are chicken something from Chili's. Not fajitas. What's the other thing? Best video ever for the best flying plane ever. With the best pilot flying ever. Quesadillas. Chicken quesadillas. That's what's for dinner. And I just finished them. Alright, let's button this up so we don't make a mess. Put it down there. Probably shouldn't do that. Fucking something will get into it. Ants or something. Yeah, maybe I'll put it up here. Alright. Man, that's some expert pilot in there, boy. I'm telling you what. That's some pretty good shit. So, everybody, this is Wreck 'em Roy's flying. He's flying his new Carbon Z T28. So I thought I'd just stick that up there for a minute while I was finishing my dinner for your enjoyment. I knew Roy wouldn't mind, especially if I'm going to brag on him some more. So, oh, so your son was video. Oh, awesome. He's doing a pretty good job. That looks good. How you doing, David? JCB, what's up? Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody else yet? We got Litz, we got Wild Bill, we got JCB, we got Wreck 'em Roy, we got David. There's a few more in here. They're just lurking. Okay, no problem. You can lurk. Lurking's fine. We don't mind. Lurk all you want. Okay. So you guys, I guess I'll let this run to the end. It's not that long. We got a couple minutes left. We'll see how their Wreck 'em Roy does here on the landing. There isn't a water sprinkler out there you're going to run into, is there? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Did you put some nose art on the front of that? I missed it. Oh yeah, you got, what is that, a skull? You got a skull on it. Very nice. Awesome job. All right. Let's get back to the show here. All right, guys. So how you guys doing tonight? I just got back from the field. Rain was coming, so I had to get out of Dodge, and then I don't think it rained. So, but that got me here on time tonight. So anyway, Ken Bird, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Check 6, what's up going on? How you doing, man? Yeah, Wreck-Em Roy made the shit show's highlights. Yeah. Have you flown the, I'm sure you meant the UMX Voodoo. No, I have not, David, and I guess I won't be able to. It's no good. George Watts, what's up? I bound it up the other day, and I put, the right aileron works, the left aileron does not work, the elevator does not work, the rudder works, and the throttle works. So it's going to create, it's $90 for the flight board to replace it, so to get the rudder working. And I'm assuming it's where this aileron is plugged in on the main board. So yeah, so it would probably need a main board to repair the rudder servo. I'm sorry, the elevator servo and the left aileron servo. So no, it's going to be a wall hanger. It's going to be a paperweight. It's not going to fly. You know, Barb bought that for me at Birmingham, and of course she didn't test it or anything. And when the guy sold it to her, he also sold her 2 battery packs that don't even fit the airplane. So not real happy with this guy, whoever he is. Anyway, it looks good though. It's not all beat up or anything, so it'll look good sitting on the shelf, but it ain't gonna fly. So Victor getting back to flying. All right, Victor, good to see you, man. Mike SSI, what's up? How you doing? Wow, we're doing really good tonight. 16 in the room already. Awesome. Michael Bear, how you doing, buddy? Man, if you lived close to Michael Bear, you and I would be building and flying so many flight test planes. It'd be a marathon. Christ, we'd be build and fly, crash, repeat. Build, fly, crash, repeat. So I shot some video today. Finally, it was a shitty day. God, I was so bummed. I got out to the field and it was pretty nice, and it turned bad quick. It just started getting dark and cloudy, so I lost my sunlight, which really bummed me out because I was trying to get a nice sunny video in. And then the winds picked up. Then it looked like it was going to rain. And oh God, so, and I haven't looked at this video yet, so I'm going to check it out right now just to see if it's even usable. Too much sun, too much fun. Never. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as too much sun or too much fun. Roy has a shirt that says that. It wasn't a bad day to fly. It's just not ideal conditions for videotaping. You know, to get a good quality video, which is what I'm trying to do. And I just can't seem to make that happen. It just keeps not happening. So, but we'll keep trying. I'm going to look at this video here while we're talking and see if it looks like it's usable or not. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so videos and new folder. Yeah, we can put it there. We'll put it in there. All right. Way to rub what in? What did I miss? Hang on. Uh-oh, grass fires. That's not good. A 5.5 quake? Wow, that's not good. '93 and sunny, yeah. Two of us through 26 batteries so far, still flying. You're still at the field flying? EQ, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. All right, so that file is transferring over. Now let's see if I can do anything with it. That'll be interesting. I believe it's this one here. let's open it with Movie Maker. Let's see what we get. You got any night planes out there, Michael, or are you guys just pushing your luck? Oh, golly, 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 golly. I need coffee? I use this big soldering station. Hang on a second. I'll dig it off the floor here. They're pretty cheap, actually. Like right around $100. It's got a heat gun for shrinking the shrink wrap and a soldering iron, and this one's got a voltage tester and all that, all in this big. Let me see if I can change cameras. I put it here. You can get it on eBay. I got two of them actually. I like the first one so much I bought the new updated one that's even better. You can crank it up to, I think, 400 watts or some shit. It gets real hot if you want it to. So let me change cameras. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll go here. Alright, so it's got on-off switches. Like, here's the... Oh, it's not plugged in. Hang on a minute. I think I could plug it in. I don't know if I got enough cord to plug it in. Hang on. What's plugged in? Oh, that's the light. That does not have a... Yeah, I can't plug it in. Anyway, so I'll just describe it. So there's... You get a holder for the soldering wand, and then this top is a digital readout for the air blower, you know, the heat gun, and then this one's a digital readout for the iron, and there's up and down arrows here to adjust the heat range you want, and then there's this meter here, right here, is for voltage tester, and there's voltage testing leads. Here they are. Right here, and you plug those in, and you can test, you know, voltage on stuff. And then this, I think it's this knob here, adjusts the blower speed of the blower, so you can adjust the heat and how much blow you get with that. And then I forget what the hell this digital meter here. There's another digital one here, and I don't remember what that one's for. What the hell is it? Does it say what it's for? Oh, the top one is the volt gauge, and the meter is the amp gauge. So this little white air, it's a needle. That's an amp meter, and then this is the voltage meter here for your voltage amp tester. So pretty cool. I really love this thing. Does a great job, and yeah, and it's not that expensive. Like I said, I think depending on which one you buy from which distributor, it's right around $100. They used to be even cheaper. I think that I got it for like $89, but I think the price went up a little bit. I think it was like $89 when I bought it. Oh, what kind of solder? Okay, so I use it's a 60-40, I think. Yeah, 60-40. This is Mini Airtronics is what this is. And I like using the really fine wire. I don't know if it says the size on here, but this is like a 64th of an inch. Really, really thin stuff. And the rosin's built into it. Yeah, it's a rosin core. Yep. And yeah, it works great. And Radio Shack used to have the best solder. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Hobbytown bought out Radio Shack. So I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe that the old Radio Shack solder is what they're selling at Hobbytown. If you go to Hobbytown and buy your solder, I believe you're going to get the old Radio Shack stuff, which was the best solder I ever used. I don't know what brand rosin they used or whatever, but it was the best stuff ever. That shit flowed so nice. It was so easy to use. Love that stuff. So, and this one's working really good. It's not quite as good as the Radio Shack stuff. I don't remember where I bought that. I think I bought it on eBay. But yeah, it's that's the stuff I use. I don't know if I do such a great job of that, David. Are you mocking me? Yeah, I could easily warm up the quesadillas with the blowgun. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, I can air fry with that sumbitch. Right before your eyes. We could do some air frying. Yep. It works really good. As a matter of fact, it draws more amperage than the portable heater I have over there, because when I run that blower, the lights start flickering. So I'm just about exceeding the voltage of the line, or the amperage of the line I have running in here when I turn that on. So yeah, the lights start flickering really bad. So yeah, it puts out more heat than my heater. Yeah, Radio Shack needs to make a comeback. That would be awesome. So I don't know if it's leftover inventory or not, Wild Bill. I think the companies that were still supplying Radio Shack are still doing it. And, Hobbytown is, providing them a platform to sell through. I got really cool radio control stuff from there. Radio Shack had great surface stuff. I mean, some really, really good surface stuff. I bought a lot of RC toys from. I still have them too. I still have all of them. You know, there's some pretty cool shit. Yeah, I was just watching your video, Lewis. I was gonna put it up in here. Your version 4 of the Fury. I was gonna maybe play it on the TV on the wall behind me. Well, it doesn't do anything to the CG as far as where you check it. You know, you just, you know, you have to make sure you're, you know, because you're adding weight before and after, or behind, in front of the CG. So you got to make sure you just check when your battery placement's going to change probably slightly. The way you made your wing bigger is exactly how I was going to do the wing on my MiG-29 to make it bigger, because the wing loading's too heavy on it. So I was going to make it bigger, and I was going to do it the exact same way you did it. So I haven't done it yet, but I might. Well, I wanted to make the wing loading lighter. You know, more surface area on the wing means less load on the, because the MiG-29 does not slow down well. You know, it wants to fall out of the sky if you slow it down, because it's just too heavy a wing loading on it, and the motors aren't very efficient. So if you put a smaller battery in it, you end up with a 2-minute flight. So it's not a great jet. Flies great as far as flyable, but you know, it just doesn't. You know, it just needs less wing loading, and I think that would be an awesome jet. You know, and so I was going to cut the wings just like Lewis did, and add a piece of foam in them, and make them bigger, and see if that didn't do the trick. So. There you go. Michael, that's a great idea. Let's just lower the gravity, and then we won't have to do anything to the wing. Oh, yeah, I have a ton of shit here from Radio Shack I'm still using. Voltmeters. Well, all my toys. I've got some tools I bought from Radio Shack. Got a shitload of LED lights and resistors and stuff that if I'm tinkering with electronic shit. So yeah, because we were building what the hell was that thing we were building? I forget now. I think it was something to do with the Impalas, I believe. I don't know. I forget now. But we put a chip in it, and then you built this board, and then it did something, and I forget what the fuck it did. I think it had to do with when we were programming our own cars. I think it converted the data so that it would read it. I believe is what it was for. No, Eric, the highest point of the wing has nothing to do with the CG. If you've got a laminar flow wing like a Mustang, the highest point of the wing is way far back in the wing, almost in the center of the wing, but that really wouldn't be your CG point. So yeah, it's not the highest point of the wing. It's just where the balance of the airplane ends up on the wing. You want it. And it's going to be different for every airplane, but rule of thumb is the first third of the wing. If you're somewhere in the first third of the wing, you're probably good. And then you can adjust it from there to fine tune it. But yeah, that's how I do it. I pick it up on the first third of the wing, and if it's close to CG and not tail heavy, then that's where I start, fly the airplane, and then I'll adjust the battery pack forward or back from there until I get the plane to fly the way I want it to. My QQ and my Mamba, I tend to put the CG back because they're balanced so well, and you want them to fly right side up as well as upside down because that's what they do. They're aerobatic 3D planes, so you push the CG back on those, but the other planes I usually have the CD a little farther forward. But yeah, it's just a matter of, you got to get it. You want it as close to that balance point as possible without making the plane pitchy. Okay, if it starts getting kind of pitchy, too sensitive on the elevator, you've got it too far back. You want to move it forward just a little bit to get away from that pitchiness, and then you've got it. That's the perfect CG. That right on that balance point before it gets pitchy. All right, Shadow. I'll try not to talk too much in your sleep tonight. All right? Have a good night. Yeah. It doesn't have to be, Eric. If you move the CG quite a bit forward, there won't be any gamble at all. It'll fly fine. And then you start moving it back from there till you get it where you really want it. You don't want it too nose heavy. It won't fly real well that way either. But as long as you're CGing it on the wing in the first third, just move it forward to that first third. You'll be good. Start there. Yeah, well, he must be dreaming about me, Victor, because all the wonderful things he said about me tonight. I just assume he's dreaming about me. Yeah, that's just a safe starting point. You start there, and then listen. I don't know how many times you guys have run into this, but you read a manual on a brand new airplane, and they tell you where the CG is, and then it's wrong. You fly the plane, it flies like shit because the CG in the manual is wrong. You got to remember, guys, that the people that write the manuals are just people like you and me, and they have opinions just like we have opinions. And if their opinion differs from ours as far as what's a comfortable CG on the airplane, well, it just might not fly very good for you. And then also, too, might have to do with what battery pack they were flying when they recommend a 4-cell 4000. Not all 4000 4-cells are the same weight. So the pack he used might have been heavier or lighter. than the pack you use, which is going to change the CG again. You know, or not the CG as much as the battery placement to get the CG that he recorded in the book, which may or may not be correct depending on the battery location. So, you know, I don't want to make that sound complicated because it's really not. Just use that rule of thumb. First third of the wing, forward of that, anywhere from that forward is a good place to start, and the plane will fly fine, and then you just adjust it from there, and you'll be fine. Yeah, there's definitely, if you want to look them up, there's definitely web pages out there that tell you how to do everything. You know, your motor combo to your battery combo for this size airplane. You know, David Marshall found that website, or at least he's the one that told us about it. It was really cool. So if you were scratch building an airplane and you give it you calculate into the calculator the wing, the wingspan and the weight of the plane and all the parameters, and then it tells you what motor to put on it and what battery to put on it and ESC, and it gives you all the parameters. And they did that to figure out on that dancing wing Sturman that the PT-17 that's what they used, and it came out perfect. They didn't know what to put in the kit to make it a plug and play kit. And they used that calculator, and it worked out perfect. So, so it works. Oh, no kidding. Where'd you buy that at, David? Yeah, Michael. Mike SSI. Yeah, every plane has a CG. Just test it in the air. That's a good idea. What's the website? For which thing, Lois? Jeff Custom. F you, buddy. Love ya. I'd probably run outboards. Inrunners are for RPM EQ. If you want a lot of RPM, on a jet or something, that's what you run an inboard for. If you want torque and low RPM but a lot of thrust, I'd go outboard on that. Mike Bird, what's up? Yeah, there you go. Great advice, Lois. Start tail heavy, and then move the battery forward until as needed. Yeah, that's really good advice. Yeah, because when you take off with it tail heavy, you're going to crash it. So you'll probably add a lot of weight to the nose repairing it, and then it'll probably fix itself. A nose heavy airplane flies nose heavy. A tail heavy airplane flies once, and that's it. It's over. Yeah, that's what I would run. Yep, same thing on your B-17. I'd run outboards. Big Jim, what's up? Good to see you, man. Wow, how many people we got in here now? This is awesome. Yeah, there you go, check 6. That statement holds true for about everything in life. All right, let's see if my video is ready to play. It is. I'm just gonna. I can't let you watch it with me until I post it. So, the only way I could do it is actually to bring the camera down here, turn around, and face it at my laptop. And I don't really think. If it looks pretty good, I may do that. Let me put it that way. So if it turns out to be a pretty decent video, maybe I'll turn it around and let you watch it before I post it.
This thing is so easy on batteries, it's unbelievable. Very light wing loading. You can just cruise at half throttle. It's probably doing 60, 70 miles an hour, just cruising along and get anywhere from, I'm getting 8 to 11 minutes.
Wow, I can't believe how much I'm moving my head around. Jesus. I don't know, guys. This doesn't look good already. Oh, my God. Everybody's going to be seasick before I even take off. Oh, Jesus. Kenny F. and Rogers, what's up? Mofos.
I flew it for 7 minutes on a 3300 30C battery. Now that's absolutely the wrong battery to fly a jet with, but I showed you could do it if you're just easy on it. And that's what I'm going to do today with this. I am going to go full throttle a couple times just to show you what this jet can do.
Uh-oh. Spencer's here. Everybody run for cover.
Depending on how many times I get on it.
The shit show just got shittier.
We're going to milk this thing for a good 7 minutes. No problem. So I'm going to give you just a flight demo of what the plane can do. We're gonna.
Why are we watching Kenny watch something else? I don't know why you're even here, Jim. I'm sure there's better shit on television to watch than me. Right? So why are you even here?
Okay, we're good. Here we go.
It's got to be a rerun of F Troop or something going on, right?
That was just a little more than half throttle, guys, on the takeoff. Because I'm trying to conserve the battery. I'm already throttling back. Okay,
where the hell is that?
There was a no flaps takeoff. And we're throttling back. I'm about half throttle now. And the landing gear didn't go up because I didn't cycle it before the flight. So, no big deal. I cycled it now, so now it'll go up. I'm going to pull it around here and we'll bring the gear up. Okay, there it goes. That was my fault.
New Mexico.
I cycled it before I
oh.
brought it out to the field.
What's wrong with Old Mexico? Why are you in New Mexico?
Transmitter and away it went. So here we go. I'm going to do a few figure eights here. Trim looks good. Half throttle, just cruising along beautifully. Doing a really nice.
Yeah, Kenny's watching Kenny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very stable.
I'm watching a video I just made about an hour ago to see if it's going to be usable. Boy, I tell you, I just cannot get the camera settings on this fucking camera right.
Because I'm trying to conserve the battery. I'm already.
It's not horrible, but it sure ain't good.
We're just gonna. There was a no flaps takeoff.
I really don't understand why I can't get the settings on that camera with shit.
I didn't cycle it before the flight, so no big deal. I cycled it now, so now it'll. I'm gonna pull it around here and we'll bring the gear up. Okay, there it goes. That was my fault. I just forgot to cycle it before I brought it out to the field. Not a big deal. Just a quick cycle on the transmitter and away it went. So here we are. I'm gonna do a few figure eights here.
Yeah, I'm a Kenny watching a Kenny watching a Kenny.
Half throttle, just cruising along beautifully. Doing a really nice job.
So you're totally fucked.
Very stable. Super.
I mean, there's fucking and then there's just totally fucked. So, yeah. Yeah, see, I upped the video quality of this and everything, and it's grainy as fuck. I think
the dream to fly.
the quality was better at the lower setting. This looks terrible.
Alright, so we're going to go up here over the top of the tree here. Bring it around.
I've got the
Now we're going to do a high speed.
whatever they call that, the anti-shake or whatever on, and I think that made this worse too.
And then we're going to take it up.
I mean, it's usable, but
Bring it over
fuck.
the top. Here we come down.
I'm not impressed.
And away we go. Back to half throttle.
I had one earlier, and I had to erase it to make room from the card to do this video.
She doesn't bleed a lot of energy. You can pull the throttle back and she'll just glide. She's just such a very stable airplane. Okay, so we're cruising around here again. Minus
Yeah, no extra charge.
3% below half throttle. That's what my transmitter's telling me when it says -3.
And right there, and then there's another Kenny watching all three.
0 is half throttle. Everything is just a 3, 4, 5 is
Kenny vision.
above half throttle. So that's what the call out of my radio is doing, and I use that for a reason. It makes me.
Oh, is that right? I've never had that issue with the card.
Conscious of my throttle.
It's always been the camera. This is a.
Now you can adjust
This is the camera.
how often she tells you that. I have her tell me quite a bit.
So I had
This demo, and I want to keep
a really good one. It looked identical to this,
a real flight.
and it got broke. So I had a warranty on it. So they bought me another one.
-3.
And the one I replaced, I thought it looked exactly the same, but this one's got like 14 times more settings in it than the other one did. And I just can't get the settings right to make the camera look good. Everybody's iPhone looks 10 times better than my fucking footage. I might just get a damn iPhone. Fuck it. I don't know what else to do. I'm just not having any luck with that camera. My old camera that looks very similar to the one that Jeff was holding, looks like a regular still camera, does a better job than this. So, yeah, I just haven't had any luck with it. Gonna have to I have to try something else.
Effortlessly just takes up where we left off.
I mean, this is showing what I want to show.
Coming around
I just wish the quality was better. It actually is. The video is pretty good, actually. It's showing off the jet pretty well. It's just the quality of the video is not very good, but I'm getting what I want out of it. It's definitely showing the airplane.
I don't want you to think I'm
the way this is, I tell you what this looks like. It looks like a camera I used from the 60s. That's what this, it's got that kind of antique, like frame by frame kind of look to it. Yeah, so it looks, yeah, it just looks like an old fucking camera, old footage. I just got to play with this camera and see if I can figure out how to set it up. It's got so many damn settings in it, and I know it'll work good if I can. I have had it work good. I've shot some good video with it. But I have to keep changing it for indoor settings and outdoor settings to get it to look right. So I did a couple of indoor videos in the old garage that came out really good. They look really good. Nice and smooth, clear, crisp, everything. But then I took that camera outside, and in the bright sunlight, it didn't work with shit. Look, everything was whited out so bad, you couldn't tell. And I just can't get the settings right. So the camera's definitely got the capability of being good. I just don't know how to work it yet.
We're 6, so 6% over throttle, over half throttle. That's hands off. She's just flying along. She is diving just a tiny little bit. Listen, the battery's getting weaker.
Why? What's Bud doing? Is they got a new slogan, new spokesperson? What are they doing to try to get their shit back?
You don't have to increase your throttle a little bit to maintain that same flight characteristic. So I bumped it to 8, and let's see if she'll stay at level flight now. And again, she's just barely, you know, just have to breathe on the elevator. Okay, coming around. Okay, so I'm getting a 3.7 volt call out, so that's my low battery call out. That's not bad, guys. 3.7 volts on a load is nothing. So let's go ahead and land it. It is a new battery, and I'm trying to protect it. So
yeah, I know. I've been getting schooled on this pretty well, Ken. You're right. Yeah, the iPhone is just incredible. The new guy out at my flying field, Eli, has an iPhone, and he did these amazing videos. Slow motion of my T-28 coming over the field, and oh my God, it was amazing. So, yeah, I'm about ready to just do a,
let's see where we're at.
just buy a fucking iPhone and be done with it.
37 seconds left on it, and I believe that's an 8-minute timer.
Ray's alive? What's Ray doing tonight?
You know, again, a little ringing out, little full throttle action there, a couple of verticals.
Yeah, let me find him. I'll put him up in the back. We'll watch Ray. So that we can watch Kenny watching Ray watching Kenny. That'd be funny. All right, let me go find Ray. And we'll put Ray up. Let's see.
Resting at 3.7 volts. That's the exact same voltage rest I got on the last one. After it's just went to 371. As it sits here, the voltage
there it is.
back up.
Oh, they're live at the field, huh? Okay. All right, let me fix this.
Right in the storage charge area.
All right, I gotta switch this for a second. Hold on. And then we got.
Because it's a lot faster to charge it to storage than to discharge it. So that's it, guys. That's my flight on the J65 from XY.
Oh no, that's not what I want. Hang on.
It would look great in your hangar. It's beautiful in the air.
Let's see. What do we want? I want Windows capture. Where's the window capture? There it is. Now let's capture Ray. Okay, got Ray. Click OK. Okay, read full screen. And then I gotta put my Windows capture up here. Okay, that should work. All right, let's take a look. See if I can get out of the way here and see if. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Why am I frozen? Hang on. Uh-oh. What happened to my camera? Oh, you bitch. What the hell did you do? Son of a bitch. Alright, hang on. Let's try something else. Let's do this. Screw this. Let's do it this way. Okay, and then we'll.
They did some work out here while I was at the event last week. Grass town. Runway for some big name painting.
Well, what happened to my camera?
Beautiful day. It's been really quiet, relatively quiet. The crowd that shows up here, and my wife brings them back home with them, so they're able to fly for a couple hours.
Oh, there we go. All right, now it's back.
But this is a good club. They spend a lot of time and effort keeping it clean.
All right, let's do
Very little politics to deal with.
this.
Very good job of.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance to show it off, I do understand.
All right.
All the stations.
So I'm down in the corner over here. Hello, and that's Ray. I have no idea if you can hear it or not.
There's money in the bank.
I'll try it. Hang on. Maybe I can get
Got money.
that working. If I do this.
Every one of these stations, every one of these tables has power on both ends. So there's power there, power there. So these tables. So this is a good place. I want to show this place off because it is worth the dues. See everybody here, because then there's a racetrack that goes back and forth over to the inside stuff. There might be some of those little red vans. We're not going to deal with that tonight. But that's the racetrack. They've got a time. They have it all set up with the lap counter and all that. So this is going to be fun. And I'm planning on doing it every one of these days. Once I get everything set up.
It's not an event. This is live out at their field right now in California. He's
inside of there. They've got trainers. They have a simulator.
Looks like he's giving us a tour. Can you guys hear it okay?
Water, coffee, microwave, nothing freezing. There's drinks of water. Just ask you to put $1 each. Water's in here. Just ask you to put $1 in there to support. Everything goes to the club. And that's what I like about this place is that you get to see where your money goes. If it gets cold, they have heat. So anyway, welcome to them. Don't want to waste much more sky. Beautiful sky. It's light up tonight. But I am going to do a plane with the sun that's completely set. With the probably F-22. Possibly maybe F-18. Everybody freaks out. There's my car, you know. All those planes, all this stuff. That's four-door stand. Hard to believe. But yeah, can be done. So, anyway, let's get this set up where you can see the planes. To choose one to fly. It'll be a baby page this time. So, Mr. Anthony Machine, so guys, it's going to be harder for me to monitor the chat because I've got my phone and I have it on a tripod. So, I'll check the chat as I can. So, is Kenny flying anything, or is he just sitting there bad mouthing other places, talking about how the experiences he's had with things, how stuff is good and bad, blah, 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 whatever. I'm going to assume I'm actually flying.
No, we're just watching you, Ray.
Walk. And then I'm going to get going with some flying. You can see my chunky butt gonna pick up a plane. We're gonna fly that plane. We got a decent amount of people here, 16 people's good. So where's Kenny? If he ain't flying, what's he doing? What's he doing? I know he's streaming, but I'm just saying, usually when he's streaming, he's either sitting in a tent somewhere or, you know, in his garage looking at a plane, or a plane sitting there in the way, but he's not actually flying a plane. I'm gonna fly something. Love Kenny to death. He's a good dude. I'm gonna fly. I'm wondering if my viewers if you want to go watch Kenny. But if you want to see some flying, watch me fly. I'm gonna throw something away your back. All right, so this little, you know, this thing up under here, right here. So this little thing on this plane, I've had this thing forever. I've had this thing forever. I know what time it is. I'm giving Kenny a hard time. I know it's late. But I'm just giving him a hard time. I did a custom paint job on this thing a long time ago. It's been beat up just because of the way I have to transport the plane. It's been flipped over in the wind 3 times. The plane's not perfect, but the plane flies perfect. That's all I care about. It flies perfect. So we're gonna get a little flight on this little doozy here. We'll take the camera out there. So you guys tell me how you want the camera set up. Do you want it facing the way it takes off, or do you want it coming towards the camera? Let me know in the comments, yes. And I'll set it up how you want it, so that you can see whatever is the best vantage for you. And yes, John Kunkel, I'm sure the 370 can put a lot in there. What's up, Hangar 51? You want to see up there? There's more to see up there. That's probably what it's talking about. We'll get this little bird up in the air, and then do something else. We got a movie here too, though. This thing is fun. But the pack I'm using up in there. What 24 is that? Oh no. I already got all the tabs already. So it says the charge board.
Is there still an echo? Because it shouldn't be now.
That was only 24.92, so it is fine. Alright. So we ain't flying now. Yeah, it's gotta be off. Okay.
So do you guys want to keep watching Ronnie, or should we move on to something else? Or not Ronnie, but Ray. Because I'll move on to something else. If you guys don't want to watch this, that's fine.
We're gonna fly this one. 30C will go. I don't know if I have anything for 30C. So we'll probably fly the 30C or something else.
Whatever you guys want, I'm good with. I thought this was funny.
This thing was a test bed for a long time. So, wires everywhere.
All right, well, I'm going to cut him off. Say goodnight, Ray. All right, let's move on. What are we going to talk about tonight? Who's got something new and exciting going on? You want to see me solder something? Really? What do you want? What do you want me to see me solder? Yeah, exactly, Craig. You know, there's 3 hours behind us here, so yeah, he's still got some daylight to fly. We're all in the dark on the East Coast over here. So, but yeah. Have you flown there, Roy? Do you go there? I got a secret, Kenny. Oh, yeah? A secret from me or from everybody else? Oh, I can imagine, Eric. Oh, my God. Listen, the landing gear for the T-28 that I'm probably... I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I've been really having second thoughts. But from Legend Hobby, the electric landing gear is $480, I think, and the pneumatic air gear is $580, and another $100. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. The motor they suggest they want to use is $479, I think. So, promise I won't piss you out? I promise I won't piss my pants. Lay it on me there, Big Jim. Lay it on me. Yeah, he has a secret Kenny. Yeah, if I do buy the plane from Legend, I'm not going to buy... Well, I'm going to buy their landing gear, the electric landing gear, but I'm not buying anything else. I'm buying all that other stuff at other places because I think I can build that plane for about $1,400 versus the $25 plus $100 if you bought it their way. So, yeah, that's just not happening. I cannot afford that. I'm not even sure I want... Listen, I've got 3 project planes here now, all giant scale, and I haven't even finished those, and I'm already looking to buy another one. You know, I don't think I can. All right, so I knew that was going to happen, Jim. I knew it. The whole thing was bullshit to get you to try to outbid them, and that's exactly what the fuck this was. So that's why I kept telling you, keep checking. I just knew that the owner of the property, it was just trying to get more money out of you or somebody else or whatever. So are you getting it for your original price, or did they get more money out of you? And why is it taking until Friday to go under contract? Christ, you got a whole week again that somebody could get underneath you. Why can't it go to contract tomorrow morning? Oh, last Friday. Beautiful. So it's under your contract. It's yours. Awesome. Oh, that is fucking awesome. Did you have to pay more, or did you get it for your old price? God, Jim, that's the greatest fucking news I've heard all week. That's fantastic. I am so happy for you. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. God, that is just gorgeous. What a beautiful place. I'm going to have Michael Baer pick me up and fly me out there. We're going to, first time you put an event together, Michael Baer's coming to pick me up and we're going to fly out there. I'm so happy for you. When's the move-in day? This is way better than watching Ray fly an airplane. Fuck Ray. Oh my God. This is so fucking awesome, dude. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Holy shit. How long is that property lengthwise, from front gate to back? Can we land a real airplane there? You know, small, like a Kit Fox or a Cub or something. Can you got enough room for that? You got 800 feet? Yeah, get it on the market quick, buddy. Yeah, it's 10 acres. Listen, I only have 3 acres. I have enough room. It's 800 feet across the front. That's enough to land a Cub or a Kit Fox in, no problem. You know, so the frontage of my property is 800 feet, and I only have 3 acres. It's a pie-shaped lot. So, yeah, but I'm thinking on the other side of the house. Well, the garage is over there. Is there any room between the garage and the fence? I don't think there is there? Yeah. Of course, the pond's not really in the way. It is taking up some of the runway, but it's not, you know, an obstacle you have to fly around. You just fly over it. So that's not bad. I just knew that was going to happen. I just knew it. I knew you were going to get that damn house. I just figured that you know, I think the whole thing is bullshit. I think the original owner made the whole fucking thing up, just trying to get more money out of you, and it didn't work. And I'm just so fucking happy for you. Yeah, float flying on the pond. There you go. Oh, let's see. I know it's 10 acres, Jim, but do you know the actual dimensions in feet? Like how many feet deep is it and how many feet wide is it? Do you have that number? Or I mean, if you don't, it's no big deal. Just curious. I can go look it up. I can go to the county records there and where the property is and look it up. That is just fucking awesome. God, I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you. That is just fucking awesome. Help you with that? How you want me to help you? What do you mean? You want to know what the size is? You want me to look it up for you? You go to the property appraiser's office. Type in the guy's name, or if you know the lot number, or you can go to any lot and then click on the map, and then you go to the property you want, and you either right-click on it or set it to give you the new info, and it'll pop up the new info, and then it'll show you on the map what all the dimensions are, the size of the garage, the size of the buildings. It gives you all the measurements and all that shit. So yeah, you can look all of that up on the appraiser's records, property appraiser. So let's see. I flew my Carbon Z Cessna today. I flew the QQ today. I flew the J65 today. I flew the P38 today. I flew my Night Radiant glider today. There were some birds in a thermal up there, and I said I'm going to go chase them around. So I had to find a battery that was charged. I found an old battery, been charged for a long time. It's fucked. It was an old crap battery anyway, but it was enough to get the glider up there and get into the thermal. So I was flying around with them for a little while. Let's see, what else did I fly? I think there were six airplanes out of the trailer. 1, 2. So the Radiant, and then the J65, the QQ, and then the F-22. I didn't fly the F-22. And then the back, it was the Corsair. I flew my 1700, FMS 1700 Corsair today. Version 3. The new one, with the orange stripe down the back of it. I flew that today. Love that plane. I had a similar... I fell in a hole with that one too, a long time ago. It's been almost a year probably since I've flown that plane, and what it did was it didn't break anything. It just pulled the plastic housing that you bolt your retract into. It was the left retract. It just pulled the plastic housing out of the foam. So I popped it back in, and it was fine, except it needs to be glued. And I just hadn't gotten around to gluing it. I just threw it back in the rack and been flying other stuff. So this morning, before I went to the field, I thought, you know what? I'm going to fix that real quick so I can fly it. So I pulled it out of the rack, and I mixed up some 30-minute epoxy, and I I pulled it back out of the foam and I lathered it all up with epoxy, put it back in, got it smushed in there good and tight, and then I turned the plane over and set it on its wheels so that both the pressure of the weight of the plane would hold the retract up in there as tight as it could, and all the excess epoxy would puddle down into the lower area of the retract plastic and foam area and fill all that in to get the maximum gluage, for a lack of a better word. I don't know. Is that a word? Gluage? So anyway, so I fixed that, and the plane flew fantastic. Loved that airplane. And my buddy Eli videotaped it with his iPhone. So he'll probably send me some awesome video of the Corsair flying today from his iPhone, which is way better than the camera I'm fucking using. So, Jet Tech Don, what's up? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Randy, I saw your message about flying the Edge 540 from OMP. How, you know, so it flew really good. You like that plane? How much was that plane? How much you got in that son of a bitch? TurbinRC.com. All right, let me go look at this. Wow, look at all this. Wow, sweet. Oh, one of my viewers was looking for my LX Corsair. He was wondering where to get it. I see the LX P40 on here. So maybe they have the Corsair too. Yeah, Randy, that's the free wing F7F, not the FMS. Totally different airplane. Flies great, no gyro needed. That's good. Cool. Hey, Donald M, what's up? Good to see you, man. I gotta look and see if they've got the. Yeah, they've got the LX B25 on here. Got some free wing stuff on here. Yeah, I wonder how much the shipping is. Scratch and dent sale. Okay. Well, these are all out of stock anyway. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they're out of stock, but they show the F7F that I have. $699 they want for it. And oh wow, they had the silver one too, but they're out of stock. Yeah, wow, cool. Let's see what they got in the scratch and dent department. Nothing. So they got nothing in scratch and dent. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it doesn't say if they do free shipping. Probably not. I'm sure they're out of the country. They're not in the U.S. At least let me go here. Hang on. Let's do a little investigating here and see if we can figure out if they're here or not. I don't think they are, but the reason I say that is they sell all the brands, okay, and nobody in America sells, Arrows, Free Wing, FMS, LX, all out of one spot. Nobody sells all of those brands in one location. So that's what makes me believe that they're probably not in America. France. Yeah, they're in France. So yeah, there's going to be some shipping involved. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shipping involved. Yeah. Check the free shipping department. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have a free shipping department, but they're located in France, so I don't think I don't think they're going to ship it to America for free. So not only do they want more money, they want $50 more for it than the local either Fair RC or FMS Direct. But then I'm going to have to pay shipping to get it here too. So yeah, but they don't have it; they're out of stock. So yeah, Roy, that was a great T-28 flight. Absolutely, good job. Looked good. The paint on it looks fantastic. God, I wish I had mine. I got to fix the nose gear on my old one so I can fly it again. I got a bunch of flights on it, but the nose gear snapped off right at just before that rolled spring started. There was a little bent kink in it, and it snapped right off in that kink. So when they kinked it, they must have weakened the steel right there. So no big deal. I'll have to come up with something. I've been looking around for a landing gear that maybe I can just take that E-clip off and slide that one out and slide another one in. So I'll keep checking. Been trying to fix too much shit. I was kind of set on getting the P-38 flying. So I got that flying. That worked great. I straightened the landing gear, the rest of the way last night or the night before last, and that worked out perfect. And flew it all day today again, and it flew fantastic. And the guy that originally built it was there today, so he got to see it fly. He was so excited. Yeah, he finally got to see it fly. He built the thing over a year ago, traded it off before he ever flew it, and then never got to see it fly. So he's been, I don't want to say he's been nagging me, but he's been reminding me every time he sees me, when are you going to fly that P-38? When are you going to fly that P-38? All right. I'm gonna get it right, and I'll bring it out. I'm gonna fly it. So I flew it last week, and he wasn't there. Yeah, I called him and told him I'm going out to fly the P-38. Oh, I'm not going today. Why not? Just don't feel like it. Okay. So yeah, it's got 10 flights on it now, and he only got to see it today. So. So how many flights did you get in today, Michael? Yeah, I deleted one I shot earlier today because the plane kept going out of the camera view. So the one I I saved that I was just watching, the camera's in view the whole time, but the footage is terrible. I don't know if I can fix it in editing or not. I'll try. But yeah, I'm really bummed. I got to figure out this camera, or just give up on it and buy another one. I don't know. 17 flights. Good job. I think I only got 11 in today. Did a bunch of bullshit today. I should have been doing a lot more flying. The weather was beautiful, but I was doing a little bit of bullshitting today, and then I kept trying to get. I was concentrating mostly on trying to get that J65 video, so I kept pausing other flights to get a battery ready for, that flight and fly it again. And I didn't have, like I said, the last one, I think the audio is good, and I think the video, as far as capturing the flight of the airplane, is good. It's just the video quality is not good. It looks grainy. It looks, So I'm going to try to see if I can make it better by saving it under a different format, and see if I can get it to sharpen up. I don't know. I'm going to try a couple of things and see if I can make it right before I give up on it. So Randy got 6 flights in today. That's good. 1 maiden. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to call my Corsair was not a maiden, but I haven't flown it in a year, so it just felt good to fly it again. And it was, God, it just flew so good. God, I love that airplane. Yeah, when I fell on the borer hole again, with that one last year, it didn't break anything. It just, where they had glued the plastic mount into the foam to screw the landing gear into, they just didn't put enough glue on it. So the glue let go that was there, and it popped the plastic out of the foam. I popped it back in, but of course it needed to be glued, and I just never got around to gluing it until this morning. So I glued it this morning, and it's perfect. So that plane's 100% again. I could fly the shit out of that. While my F7F is down. So yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do here. Oh, I read my packing slip on the fuselage. The propellers are supposed to be in that box, but I didn't see them. So I got to go look in the box again, because there's supposed to be propellers in there. I don't know where the hell they put them, but according to the shipping label, the two sets of propellers are supposed to be in there, which is good because I can mount them in the hubs and then go balance them and have them ready. So GB's got a new video for the UMX air tractor. Oh yeah? All right, we'll have to go check that out. And with the turkey buzzard? What's the turkey buzzard, Greg? I don't know, Craig. What are you naming the turkey buzzard? Yeah, Donald, I want to do. They have an F-86 jet that really caught my eye. I've been wanting to do that in a 3D printer, and I haven't done that yet. But boy, I want to. Vultures? You had a radio strapped to one of them, did you? Yeah. Who's flying that one? Oh, I got it. I'm flying. I got that one, yeah. That's why I threw my glider in the air. I saw a bunch of birds flying around. They had caught a... Hey, Fred! What's up? They were soaring around in a thermal. I ran into my trailer and started going through battery packs trying to find one that maybe had a charge in it. And sure enough, I found one. So I threw it in the glider and threw the glider in the air and got up there and started soaring around with them. I think one was thinking on attacking me. He kept flying right around. He was following me around. You know, because I tried turning the other direction and he followed me. And I'm like, I wonder if he's got ideas of, like, you know, attacking the thing. I've seen that on video. I don't know if you've seen that on YouTube. There's a guy flying his plane around and the bird attacked it. So, but he didn't. He just, you know, I guess he was just curious. So he decided to fly the same way I was. Oh yeah, of course they fly much better than we do, you know. Oh, your Michigan was delivered today? Good for you, Jim. That's cool. Yeah, I was playing with I found my FMS they don't make it anymore, but they used to make a Pathfinder. And I bought that. That was my first hobby grade crawler. I bought that about 5 years ago, I guess it was now. And I knew it was out here in the garage. I just didn't see it. And then on the way out the door this morning, I saw it laying there, and I said, "All right, I'm taking that with me." So I took it out there, and the battery had a charge in it still, but not much. It only ran for about 5 minutes, and it quit. So I charged it back up and drove it around and was showing Mike out at the field that one in comparison to the Jimmy, the green Jimmy, because they've upgraded stuff so much since that Pathfinder was made. The Pathfinder you can only turn the headlights on and off. It has turn signals that just work. And that's it. No brake lights, no backup lights, no fog lights. You can't go through the different aspects of it like you can the Jimmy. You can either turn the headlights on or off, and that's all you can do. It does have brake lights. Or did it? Oh, I forget. No, I don't think it did have brake lights. Yeah, no, it does not have brake lights. The Jimmy has brake lights. So, yeah, you know, at the time when I got it, I thought, well, this is really fucking cool. But now, my new Jeep and the Jimmy are way cooler. So, I still like it. I mean, it's a nice piece, but the new ones are so much cooler. Yeah, I was telling a guy out the field today. I was telling him, was it Mike or was it Ron? It was Ron, the guy that built my P-38. That he thought the Jimmy was really cool. I said, you can still get them for $99. I was going to send them to that other hobby shop that somebody in here turned us on to. I forget who it was now. I think it was one of the birds. I forget. But there was another hobby shop. Oh, Jim, you found it. Didn't you buy yours at that other hobby shop? Your Jeep? It was you that bought it at a different place. Where'd you buy it at? That's right, King Cobra. They're in Florida, Panhandle. That's the name of it. Yep, now I remember. Yeah, so I figured if he couldn't find it on his own, but he wanted one, I'd let him know. But that's good to know. So Tower still has them. That's cool. So, That's a hell of a deal for 99 bucks. I don't care what you think, man. That's a neat little toy. It works really good for 99 bucks. All the lights and when I was showing him that all the doors open, you can fold the seats down. He's laughing his ass off. My God, really? And I'm like, yeah, look at all this shit. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Oh, Michael, you got yours at Cobra too? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, so you flew the Carbon Z today too, did you, Fred? Yeah, we just watched Wreckham Roy fly his. So you know you're going to fly yours. Cool. That's awesome. You guys are, I'm so happy for you guys. Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine. Fuck. Jackson RC, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for my pre-order. Imagine that. Yeah. Sucks. And they keep pushing the delivery date back farther and farther. It'll be next year before we see it. I'm just probably going to end up just going down to the local hobby shop as soon as they get them in, because they're going to get one before I do. They're going to send them out to the hobby shops first. So I'm probably going to end up going there and getting it, and then probably canceling my order through Horizon. Yeah, we had a crosswind all day today. It was 9 gusting to 15, but I think it was stronger than 15. But we flew in it. It was okay. Not that big a deal. When I got there this morning, it was dead calm. I mean, there was no wind. And then it picked up a little bit, and we were still, what I would consider no wind. I mean, there was a breeze, but, 5 mile an hour maybe. I mean, it was such a light breeze. I consider that no wind condition. Yeah, I didn't jump on it quick. That was my fault. I was thinking I'd wait. I forget what I was waiting for. I did it all wrong. I'll be honest with you guys. I fucked it all up. Wrights did it right. He ordered it quick. He ordered it. He got 4 times the points. Yeah, he did everything right. I fucked the whole thing up. I didn't get anything out of it, including an airplane. The only thing I did right was buying the gift card and then using that. I saved $80. But Wrights did so much. He got 4 times he saved the $80, got 4 times the points. Got some free shit. He got all kinds of fucking shit. I mean, he definitely did it right. I fucked the whole thing up. Yes, Wild Bill. You put it back. Where were you at? A hobby shop? Well, Craig, get busy. You can do it while you're in the show. You can listen to the show, chat, and build your plane all at the same time. Just ask Michael Bear. He does it all the time. He's always building the plane when he's in my show. Oh, no kidding. Your local Ace Hardware has a hobby shop in it? And that's funny because, see, when I grew up in Ohio, it wasn't an Ace Hardware store, but it was a hardware store that had a hobby section in it. And that's where I grew up. I grew up in that was the whole thing that got me started in this hobby, was that hobby shop. And a buddy of mine worked there, and he ended up buying the place. So he owns it now. And yeah, Kirtland Hardware. That was our hobby shop. They had everything in there. It was great. Because when you needed something like a piece of metal or something, the hardware part of the store had that. So, but they always had everything we needed. We get the balsa wood over here and need a piece of aluminum angle. That's over in hardware. We'll go over there. Fuck, it was great. We always got everything there. I'm doing good, Lyndon. Thank you, man. It's good to see you here. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Had a good day. We went flying, got some flights in. No casualties today. Everything went well. Got a little bit of rain at the end of the day, so I came home early. I actually started the show on time tonight because I got home early. I was still eating dinner, but we were running. I had some chicken quesadillas from Chili's I had to finish. And but yeah, it was a good day. I shot some video. I sure wish it had came out better. Damn it. So Raymond, what's up? Good to see you, man. You just got done doing a Pontiac Saltus. What'd you do to it? Did you scrap it? I'm sorry, I was never a fan of that car. I actually like the who was the other company that was partnered in it? Was it Hyundai? I like their version. The Sky something. I like their version of it better. I forget who it was now, though. It's been more than a minute. Well, that's cool, Lyndon. I mean, it's nice to be invited. That was cool. Too bad it rained. That would have been fun. No, it's not. It's not like the Sunbird, Wild Bill. It's a two-seater convertible, but it's especially the Saltus. It's kind of wide and very roundy in the nose, bug-eye headlights, kind of like the first Corvette. Yeah, I never liked this Saltus. The other company version of it was cooler. And I can't remember if it was Hyundai or Subaru. I forget. Who the hell made the other one? What was it called? Saturn. That's who did it. Saturn was the one that made the other one. And it was a Sky something from Saturn. And I thought that was a much nicer looking car. They were basically the exact same car, just, the body trimming was different. And I thought the Saturn one was better. I liked that one much better. I thought it was cool. Was it just called the Sky? Was that it? Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool car. I liked that one. I never liked the Saltus. That was just and I see one every day. There's a guy at work that has one. I don't work with him. He just works at the same complex I work at with and he parks it, and he's got a white one. He parks in the parking lot. So I get to see that every day. The Skyview? Yeah, is that what it was? Yeah. Thank you, Donald. Yeah, I like that one better. I thought that was a pretty sharp looking car, I thought. Yeah, Saturn was junk. Yeah. Well, it was the same car, so the Pontiac version of it was the exact same car. They just looked a little different, but they were come off the same assembly line together. So yeah, it was the exact same car. Yeah, no, not an Ion. No. Yeah, Raymond. I don't blame you there. Yeah, it's not my kind of car. I wouldn't even have bought the Saturn version of it, even though I liked it better than the Pontiac. I wouldn't have bought either one of them. It's just not my kind of car. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can put a picture of it up for you here. Yeah, here we go. Well, maybe. Well, why didn't that work? Well, there it is. How come it's not working? God, I'm surprised my audio is working. When I cut off Ray, I thought the audio would quit, but looks like it's working okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yeah. It even matches my mouth. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Why is this not working? Let me try this one. Okay. Yeah, now it's working. All right, let me transfer this over. So there's that's the Saturn view, or I'm sorry, the Saturn Sky. That's what the Saturn looks like, which I thought was much prettier than the Pontiac. So I like the nose of that. I like the headlights better, the grow work. Yeah. I just thought that was a sharper looking car. I mean, I'm a big Pontiac fan. I love Pontiacs, but I have one. But yeah, I couldn't give him credit on that one. I didn't like the Saltus at all. I thought that thing looked terrible. Oh, okay. What did I miss? Yeah, I never owned a Saturn, but a lot of people I talked to loved them. They said they were very reliable, and I know that the plant did things different than all the other GM plants. Anybody at the Saturn plant could shut the line down if they saw a problem with the car that they thought it needed fixing. They could stop the line, get a supervisor over there, and show them what he thinks they should fix. So the employees were involved, and that's cool. I think that's really cool. Well, Craig, what do you but you like Corvettes? What are you driving these days? Yes, Jim, you're right. We should all just buy X90s. breathe a new life into Suzuki. Right. Yeah, it's the Sky. That's what I corrected myself. Yeah, I first said the View, but yeah, no, the Sky. Uh-oh. What happened? Why'd that change? What the fuck happened? What did I do? Oh, well, I guess I don't know. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I know how I did it. Now I know what I did. Okay. Oh, really? What are you buying, Mike? You're buying a new BMW? What are you buying? You kept it until it lost two. Well, it still had two more, right? Yeah, that's good. That's all you need. Wow. I have not seen that, Craig. I don't think a Toyota looks anything like a GM pickup at all. I don't see any similarity. I do not like the Toyota pickups at all. I like some of the GM ones. I just got a older, and I love it. I got an 07 Avalanche, and I really like it. I'm really happy with it. It's got some problems. I screwed up the dashboard. I mean, it was already screwed up. I'm trying to fix it. I made it worse. So, well, I'm certain that it doesn't have a Toyota motor in it either, Craig. So, it doesn't look like the same, and it has two different power plants. So, what's left? How's it a clone of a Toyota? Raise the hood and look at the undercarriage. Okay. I'll look into that. And you got me wondering now. I'll take a look at that. Speeding twice in a Range Rover. Fuck no. How long before I'm banned? Oh, you got an M5. Wow, Mike. Holy crap. Nice going. That sets you back a couple of cents. No more RC planes for you. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a new truck today anyway. I don't care who's making it. Fuck, they're just too expensive. There's no way I'm spending money on a brand new truck. I didn't even want to spend the money. You know, thank God I didn't pay for this truck because, you know, the one I wanted was way cheaper than this one. It was another Avalanche, but it wasn't this price. So that was all Barbara's doing. Luckily, I got to keep it. She didn't fight me for it. And I would thank her profusely if she would talk to me, but you know she won't talk to me, so it's all right. But yeah, I'm glad I have it. I needed it, and it's been very helpful. It's got a new problem. I got to check engine light, and it won't start right. It starts, but it takes a while. So I'm guessing a cam sensor or something's bad. So I have to scan it and find out what's wrong with it. That's something new. Yep. I have to agree with you there, Jim. Nobody makes a finer car than Infinity. And I had one too, and I loved it until they ruined it. But you know, the company's got some stupid ideas, but they built a beautiful car. That was the best engineered, best everything car I've ever owned. Bought it brand new in 09, and it was a G37S, metallic red. It's gorgeous, and took it in for a battery issue, and they reprogrammed the engine and the transmission to detune it. It was the biggest piece of crap. It wouldn't get out of its own way. It was horrible. And then they told me they couldn't fix it. They couldn't put it back, they said. Really? The Aeros RC glider. No, I don't have an Aeros glider. I got a bunch of Aeros products, but I don't have the glider. Oh, Mike, I already know how much it costs. That's why I said no more airplanes for you. You know, because that was your airplane budget for 5 years. Holy shit. Yeah, mine's got a Vortec motor in it, so yeah, it's an LS block. You know, I know what I have in my truck, and I wasn't looking for anything. The newest I would have gone is about 13. You know, mine's a 7, but a 2013 used truck is as new as I was going. You know, I didn't want any the new trucks. I don't like. I mean, GM's got a couple that look okay, but I like mine better. You know, I'll keep what I got. And my seats fold down in the back, so I've got the whole bed and back seat to put an airplane in. So I know my big car, my giant Legend Hobby T28 is going to fit in the back of the truck. No problem. I think they're on eBay. Randy, did you look on eBay? Or Amazon, if you're an Amazon guy? I just looked them up. They're available. They're out there. Yeah, that Tasman plane looks pretty good. I like it. It looks pretty good. I think I'd probably buy the... nothing against X-Fly. I think they're a great company. But I think I'd buy the Arrows Husky myself. I believe it's cheaper. I think they're the same size. I think the Husky's got more lights on it. I'm not positive. You know why your estimate for the AC is $2,200, Jim? Because they're going to replace everything. That's what shops do now with AC. Because if they fix one part and it's something else, it's just a vicious circle they go around. So now they're going to just replace it all. And that's why you got a $2,200 repair. If you fix it yourself, it's a lot cheaper. Do you know what's wrong with it offhand? Probably the compressor. Really, what's wearing out in the front end, Craig? The Dragonfly is great too on water and grass. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a giveaway, Brian. I'm giving away Craig's Avalanche. Some assembly required. Lyndon, I haven't spoke with Air Marshal in a couple of weeks, so I really don't know. I haven't checked in on him. Oh yeah, you want to change the view? Sorry. Forgot about that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's. You would rather look at my ugly face? Hey, you know what? The Sky's a pretty good-looking car. You got to say. Putting up an X90 photo now. Michael, I would do almost anything for you, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting up an X90. Everybody will leave. That'll be the end of the show. Good night, everybody. That'll be it. Let's put up a picture of your grunge jet. That'd be better. Well, Craig, what part of it's wearing out? What are we talking about here? What's wearing out in these front ends? Mine's got 178,000 miles on it, I think. Or is it 128? I forget. And mine feels rock solid. I don't have any issues at the front of mine. I don't know if he just did it all. I don't know. Oh, absolutely, Keith. Try to fix it. Absolutely. I always try to fix it before I replace. It's part of the hobby. I mean, if you can't, you learn to fix them so that you can build them, so that you can fly them. I'm not turning into a parts changer. I fix everything I can. My fuselage on my Tiger Cat was beyond fixing. I don't even know if I have all the foam, and out of the foam I have, it's so stretched and compressed and messed up. I don't think I could ever get it straight again. It would be a miserable fight. Yeah, I guess, Craig. I haven't seen. I'm not having any abnormal tire wear. I just put brakes on the rear of it. The dashboard's junk. I mean, it's made out of this worst plastic ever. So I'm trying to piece it all back together now so that I can put a dash cover on it. I should have left it alone. It was fine. I mean, it was not fine, but it was better than it is now. So, but I'll get it. It'll get fixed eventually. Well, carbon fiber, you can cut it, the sheets of carbon fiber, you cut it into pieces, for stiffening, reinforcing the gear. You got a lot of options out there, a lot. So yeah, I would definitely go with fix before replace, especially if you got to buy a whole wing. That can't be cheap. Look up what, Wild Bill? Yeah, I don't either. I would have to order some, you know. $92 for a wing. And there's nothing in it, right? You're going to have to transfer everything off the old wing onto the new wing. What kind of airplane is this? Oh, just dashes. I know what you're saying. Yeah, don't they make the dash covers? Yeah, well, Bill, I can buy a brand new GM dash for $600, and I'm trying to get it cheaper than that because I've got some connections. I'm just not in a hurry to explore that yet. But yeah, I'm sure I can get a factory GM, and they have them right down the street here at Stingray Chevrolet. Has 3 of them in stock, so I can just drive down there and pay $600 and have one. There's no way Just Dashes is going to make me a custom dashboard cheaper than that. No, I get it, Craig. I'm certain. I already had figured that out, that you're a GM mechanic, probably a front end specialist. That's why I'm asking. What wears out in these things? Because I've been a wrench my whole life. I never pay anybody to do anything for me. I fix my own shit. I do all my own AC work. I do everything. So. Yeah, doesn't that sound cool, Jim? Stingray Chevrolet, yeah. And they promise they've got the best prices on Corvettes than anyone. Yeah, I fix it all. Craig, been doing it my whole life. I've been a mechanic in several shops. I just don't like they don't want me to fix it right, and I'm not going to half-ass it. So, the shops I work at, they want to take shortcuts and shit, and I ain't doing it. So, I do my own stuff here. People bring me their cars. I fix them. If it's something I want to work on. Oh, you've been by that dealership, Stingray Chevy? Yeah. Yeah, it's right on I-4. If you've been on I-4, you've passed it. Yeah, that's why I won't pay anybody to fix my shit, because I usually have to fix it myself anyway after they fix it. So, Tim, what's up? Well, yeah, Michael. A lot of people don't, they don't get it. It's not something that just. It's kind of like I'm not picking on anybody, but trying to use these crawlers. There's definitely a trick to it. There's a trick to gliding, and there's a trick to crawling, and you have to, get your head wrapped around the goal. It's not just flying it or crawling it. There's a goal in mind. I don't think... I've loved Dodges my whole life. I've never... Well, I did own one. I take that back. I did buy a Dodge Charger in 07, a brand new one. I bought an 07 Charger for work. And I sold it in 09 to buy the Infiniti. And the only reason I sold it, I was getting 34 miles to the gallon until they put the ethanol in the fuel, and then it dropped to 14. So I couldn't afford to drive it for work anymore, so I had to get rid of it. So I bought the Infiniti so that I was going to drive my Impala for work. Because my Impala got way better mileage than the Dodge after that. So, and that's what I did for 2 years. And then I got rid of the Infiniti because they fucked it all up. So... Nope, Linden. That wouldn't. They wouldn't even look at it. They don't give a crap. Hell, even when we tell them we want it, they won't make it for us. They've got their own agenda. Horizon. I'm shocked that they're making the Scrappy. And I'm sure it'll be electric. But you know, Horizon's got their money set on making the new still flying in safe pilot happy, because that's their bread and butter. You know, the safe technology in their Spectrum radio equipment is the package. They sell you the plane, they sell you the radio that comes with the safe, and anybody can go out and fly it. And that's their niche. And that's what they're going to keep working. So we can keep begging until we turn blue, and we're never going to get what we want. Now, FMS, you know, they might, Arrows, those companies might listen and build us something we want. But, you know, I wouldn't expect to see anything out of Horizon. My wagon needs, I've already replaced both inner tie rod ends. I think it needs a center link. I'm not getting any abnormal tire wear at all, but the wheel's pretty, you know, there's some play in the wheel. Of course, it's not rack and pinion steering, so, you know, you're never going to get it that tight. But, yeah, I'm pretty certain it needs a center link right now. Ball joints are good. Everything else is good. I had an issue with one of the bolts that you do your alignment with broke, for God knows why. You know, of course, it's a 92 wagon, so who knows what it's been through before I got it. So a mechanic friend of mine that I used to run his shop for him, I couldn't fix it in time. I needed the car the next day to go to work. So I took it down to him. He actually lent me his shop van for the day to go to work, and he put the bolts in he had to put two of them in because the other one broke, the other one bent from the other one being broke. So he put those in for me and aligned it the best he could, and it was fine. And then just last week, all the shims fell out of it. So I had to buy a shim kit on eBay and re-shim it. So I just did that myself last week. So yeah, it's you know, even because he didn't work on the car, he had his flunky mechanic work on the car. You know. Yeah, the upper control arm alignment bolts, you know, that you put the shims in. Yeah, one broke and the other one bent because the other one was broke. So I have 6 of those cars laying around here, and 2 of them are parts cars. So I took the bolts out of those cars I needed and took them up to him, and he put them in for me while I was driving his van to go to work. And he didn't align. He aligned it, you know, just a quick alignment to get it to drive down the road straight. And then all the shims fell out, so I had to reshim it and then tighten it back up. Yeah, well, they're not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I just, like I said, I didn't have time. It broke that night, and I had to go to work the next day, and I didn't have time to fuck with it. I just, you know. So I went out and knocked the bolts out of the old car and took them down to him, and he let me use his van, and he put them in, and I had the car back that night. But, you know, it's been 2 months, and then all the shims fell out, so I had to reshim it. So, oh, I don't know, Roy. I wouldn't call that 800 a UMX. It's a little bigger than a UMX. Christ, it's bigger than this. And they're calling this a UMX. I don't know if I'd call this a UMX. I guess kinda. But the 800 Skyraider's bigger than this. It's sitting on the table right there. I can go get it. It's a nice little bird, though. I love it. You know, I love my Skyraiders, both of them, my big one and my little one. They're just, and they're carbon copies of each other. They're both, you know, Skyraider Bob is the scheme on it from the Oriskany, the bee stingers, something. I don't remember the squadron name, but it's got that bumblebee on the tail and all that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool little airplane. I love it. You think the X90 hands down is a better vehicle than the Yugo? Boy, you're not reaching very high, are you, Michael? Oh my God, that's hilarious. No, Brian, I guess we've already got word that the next release is going to be the EC 1500s coming back out. The rumor mill is it's going to be gray. It's going to be the gray military this time, not the Coast Guard. But I guess that's the next release from Horizon is the EC 1500. Yeah, I agree, Roy. I have 2 of them. I love my EC 1500. You know, one's still new in the box. I never took it out of the box. The other one I fly pretty regularly. I want to take that one and my my C-130 from Hobby King when I get my new landing gear from Hobby King and go out and fly them at the same time. The C-130 flies better. I got to tell you, I was dumbfounded how good that plane flies. Holy crap! But yeah, I love my EC 1500. That's why I bought a second one. They're both 4-cell birds. One's 2-engine, the other one's 4-engine. They're about the same size. They look really cool sitting next to each other. Yeah, they're great airplanes. I love them. So that'll make Scott happy because Scott ruined his EC 1500 and he loved it. So when he gets the new one, he'll be super happy. Yeah, well, I only see. I waited till they put it on sale. They gave me a free battery. I got a $129 battery free with my $399 purchase of the EC 1500. So when you subtract the price of that battery off the price of the plane, now it was worth it to me. So I bought it. I did the same thing with, what was the other plane I bought that came with a battery? It was a 6S battery. Smart battery. It was a Horizon product. What was, oh, the Havoc. When I bought my Havoc. Same thing. It was, I think it was $399 also. And I didn't want to pay that for it. And then they released it with the 5000 6S Smart Pack, $179, I think that one was. So I bought the Havoc to get the free battery, you know. So that's how I bought both of those planes. And I flew both those battery packs today, as a matter of fact. I flew the 6-cell in my Corsair and the 4-cell in the P-38. So oh yeah, Tim. It's bullshit. I would never. I'm not buying any smart batteries. I'm not buying. You know, I may buy. You know, you don't pay near that kind of money for this shit if you buy the bind and fly plane. You know, that's already got it in it. They jack the plane up, but not that bad. So if I buy any smart technology stuff, it'll be just something I buy bind and fly. I won't buy any more smart batteries. They're too expensive. I don't think they're worth it. Yeah, Lyndon, I did a video today on my flying. I did the J65. I did a video that I'm actually editing right now. I'm watching it right here to see how it came out. This camera I have is a pain in the ass. Right now. It just has way too many settings. It's ridiculous. You've got to be an engineer to figure out how to set this damn camera up, and I'm not. So I haven't figured it out yet. So I got a decent video as far as what the airplane's doing, and all the audio's great, but the video is kind of grainy. It looks old, like an old 8mm camera old. You know, it just didn't come out that good. So I'm gonna do some editing on it, see if I can maybe change the format and get the quality back. You know, somehow, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna fuck with it and see what I can do. Try to make chicken shit. Trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. We'll see what happens. But if I can't fix it, I'll probably. Well, I haven't finished watching it, so I don't know if it's that good. But if it's pretty good, I'll probably publish it anyway, and just tell everybody, listen, excuse the camera graininess. Just concentrate on the airplane and what it's doing, how well it's flying. Because you can see all that clearly. you know, the purpose of the video, I think, is there, you know, to see the airplane fly. But the quality of the video sucks. So I got to work on it. I guess I just need to spend more time fucking with the camera until I get it right. It's a shame too. I wonder if I could just transfer, because when I broke the other one, it was just I broke the screen off of it. The screen broke off, and it looks identical to this one, but the internals are totally different. So I wonder if I could take this screen off of this camera and put it on the other one. Because the other camera was beautiful. It had great, it was easy to set up. It wasn't near as complicated as this. And it had great quality. And it had the same mic on top, just like this one. It was exactly the same camera. So I'm half tempted to just take this screen off and put it on the other camera and see what happens. Right, Roy. That's what I love about the C-130 from Hobby King. It has retracts. The main gear goes up. The doors close around it. It is the coolest looking fucking thing ever. Oh my God, it is so cool. That C-130, when you put the gear up, it's just badass. It really is. So, yeah, that's why I really love my C-130 better than the... when they get them back in stock, I'm going to buy another C-130. I want to get the Coast Guard version. I bought the airline cargo plane because it was $100 off, and they weren't offering that at the beginning for the Coast Guard plane. So I saved $100 and figured, hell, worst case scenario, I'll just paint it Coast Guard. But yeah, I love the fact that the C-130's got retracts. They're just cool as shit. They work fantastic. To see, those 4 big carriage wheels go up into the plane and then the doors close. Fucking awesome. I'm telling you, that is so cool. Is that what they're quoting? A $200 increase on the C-130 or the C-1500? I mean, wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid the original price, and then now they're going to jack it up $200. Yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't buy another one. I got 2 of them. I'm good. I'm not buying another one. That's way too much money for that plane. Which video on batteries? The one from the Sailors where he cuts the lead off with a pair of scissors? Is that the video you want to go watch, Brian? Why did you have to change the music, Fred? Did you copyright somebody? Yeah, Tim, I've been getting voltage telemetry for 10 years now. That's why I switched to Free Sky. Because I get voltage telemetry on all my planes, including my Spectrum planes. Because I just throw a 4-channel receiver in the plane, plug it in, and get dual feedback. I fly on the AS3X and get my voltages through the second receiver in the plane from Free Sky. And it costs like $30. And those 2 pieces, the module and the receiver you just take from plane, put it in, when you put the battery in, just put them in with it, and there's your telemetry. They're doing it for 10 years now. You know, now they've, you know, Horizon's got all new. They're reinvented the wheel. They've got battery telemetry now. Woohoo! Yay! And then people don't want to use it. I can't figure it out. Whether it's my telemetry or Horizon's telemetry, why don't you want to use it? That's the greatest thing they came out with. And nobody wants to use it. I just stick with my timer. I don't give a shit about the voltage. Really? I just don't understand that logic at all. I really don't. Yeah, Fred, you're right. I do need more mayo. More cowbell. Oh my God. Is that right, Lyndon? They stopped charging? Oh, that's weird. I wonder why. Listen, if you haven't bought a smart checker, Lyndon, buy one. Regardless if you've got smart batteries or not. It is the greatest thing that they've come out with. And Horizon didn't invent it. That other company, IDCT, whatever, it's their baby, not Spectrum. They're just selling it under their name now. But that smart checker is the greatest thing ever. You can charge your cell phone off of it. I can power this camera for the rest of its life. I put any size battery. It doesn't care what size battery you put in it. You can put a 6-cell, 5-cell, 4-cell, 3-cell, 2. Doesn't matter. You put a 5,000 any size battery in your pocket. Plug a wire from the smart checker to your camera, and it'll power this camera for the rest of its life, probably. So I just put the battery in my pocket, and then now the camera runs in forever. I'm not going to run out of battery in the camera. You know, you can charge your cell phone. It's amazing. Well, everything that smart checker will do, and it'll program your battery packs. So it has so many uses besides just being a smart checker. So I highly recommend getting one. I have 2 of them. I love them. I think that was a fantastic invention there. Right, Tim. You just said it right there. You know, you can fly it so much longer knowing what your voltage is without worrying about, you know, hitting the low voltage cutoff or ruining the battery or anything. I mean, you know, and I have my radio talking to me, giving me the voltages, so I don't even have to look down at the screen to see the voltages. She's telling me what my voltages are as I'm flying. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. It's crazy, and people won't, you know, they won't stop. You know, Lewis is the guy we fly with. You know, I can't fly snitches, Lewis. You know, he knows the time that the voltage is working, but he still won't trust it. He still flies with a timer, and he still lands when the timer goes off. Even though she's telling him what his voltages are, and he's plenty safe in voltage, he still won't fly past his voltages. Me and Tony will fly until we're out of battery. But Lewis has to land when that timer goes off. He just will not trust the voltage, the telemetry he's getting. For some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, but Lyndon, you might be able to save those batteries by plugging them into the smart checker and reprogram them. I mean, I don't know why they're not charging, but you know, at least this checker will tell you what's going on with them. And again, I don't even have smart batteries. I mean, I have a couple, but I never use that checker on my smart batteries. I use them on everything else. You know, I already programmed the smart batteries, so they don't need any attention anymore. I use the checker for everything else I'm flying. I love that thing. That thing's amazing. It's just a really good invention. The fact that you can charge your cell phone or work a camera or run all kinds of, you know, USB devices off of any battery pack that you fly. All you got to do is plug it into that damn thing, and it does the rest. It doesn't care how many cell it is, doesn't care what voltage. It don't care. It takes care of all that for you. All you got to do is plug the battery in, and that's its new power source. And then the USB charger, the USB port is available for whatever you want to use it for. So it's just the coolest thing ever. I love that thing. Yeah, Roy. Actually, I think you did. Didn't Dave? I think Dave gave away 2 of them that night. I think. That's why, Sean. Because you fly a 7,000 battery in it. That's why you're breaking the landing gear. Simple as that. Put a 3300 in it. You'll have plenty of flight time, and you'll love it. All right, Craig. Hey, thanks for being here, buddy. It's good to see you again. We'll keep in touch, man. Just keep coming to the show. It's good to see you. Right. Yeah, it balances batteries. It tests servos. The things that Smart Checker do is endless. It's the coolest thing ever. You can cycle your retracts with it. I mean, it's cool as shit. I love that thing. Yeah, I wouldn't shit you, Sean. You're my favorite. You're my favorite turd. Yeah. Listen, go watch my video. I did a whole video on why Draco. There's nothing wrong with Draco. It's not you either. Horizon just fucked up in the way they marketed the plane. And they made everybody believe that you could fly it like everything else that they sell, and you can't. They didn't set it up that way. You can't fly it that way. So if you put a 7,000 pack in it, and then you come in dead stick, it's going to fall out of the sky, land on those gear, and break them. You know, because that's not the way to fly that airplane. But Horizon didn't tell you that. And so, yeah, that's the whole problem. I've got over 300 landings on my Draco, and I've never broke the landing gear. I did start to install that kit that Brandon made. This is the other half of it. I only put one half in. And I didn't put it in to break because it was broken. I put it in because, A, he went to a lot of trouble to make these, and I thought I would help him, support him in his effort. And B, it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you do happen to have a failure of some kind and crash land it, it's not just the landing gear you're going to break. It's all that plastic cladding that's all around it. And it's like $150 worth of plastic cladding that I don't want to replace. So I figured, hey, this is, good insurance, because with this in there, you'll never break it. So I just figured, what the hell? But I only got around to putting one half of it in. And like I said, it doesn't need it, but what the hell? That's cheap. This thing is like a third. No, it's way less than that. Maybe a fifth the price of what it's going to cost you to fix it if you break the gear and all the cladding. You know, so it's just good insurance. Uh-oh, is Don leaving too? All right, Don, have a good night. Is Fred leaving? Oh, no. Fred's saying goodnight to other people. I don't think Fred's leaving. Yeah, I love my Draco too. You know, Roy and I are exactly the same on this plane. There's nothing wrong with the plane. You know, it all has to do with the way people are flying it and the way that Horizon marketed it. You know, they really screwed up bad. And so if you watch my video, I really explain it in pretty good detail why you're having problems and what the problems are. And yeah, the real trick is to fly it with a light battery because it doesn't need a 7,000 pack, and fly it to the ground. You know, you got to make sure it's still flying when it touches down. Everybody's, you know, dropping it out of the sky, you know, a foot off the ground, and then it bounces on those pogo stick fake shock absorbers that it has, which just catapults it back into the air on those hard-ass tires. And then by then it's already stalled, so now it's coming down nose down, which breaks the prop and the landing gear. You know, so yeah, it's just you can't fly it the way they designed it to be. You know, they told you they could fly it. But if you fly it to the ground, it's a doll baby to land. Just you got to learn to fly it to the ground, and that's the way you should be landing every airplane you own. Once you master that, you're gonna just be so in love with this hobby because, you know, once you can land everything like a butterfly with sore feet, you're just gonna be, you know, in a whole new world, and that's the real trick. But that's definitely the trick with Draco. Another thing you can do to help you land it is take the brake off the motor. Okay, let it windmill. Do not let them prop stop. Let it windmill, because that'll fly like everything else you've been flying, and you already know how much it's stalling, so you'll be throttling it more to keep it flying. The windmilling is a false sense of security that just screws you totally up. So just move your trim up until the braking goes away, and then fly it again and see if you don't like it better that way. You know, they did the braking so that you could get the reverse. You know, I don't even think I've ever used the reverse on mine. That was never a big deal for me. You know, I've got other planes with reverse in it. That was not a big, you know. Hell, they've been putting that reverse in the Tundra for, 10 years now? Hobby King, you know, I don't know. My old Tundra that's at least 8 years old had reverse in it. So that's nothing new. But they put the prop brake on so that as soon as you touch down, you could hit the reverse. The only problem is you've already broke the landing gear when you touch down the way they have it. So now the reverse does you no good because you can't back up. The wheels are broke. So, yeah, it was just a bad marketing idea. They really screwed it up. Watch my video. I go into great lengths explaining all of it. But yeah, the Draco's a great airplane. There's nothing wrong with the landing gear. Once you figure out that it doesn't want that big battery, it'll fly fantastic. Right, Sean, and that's exactly why people are stalling it, trying to throttle through it. They're too late. It's already hit the ground and bounced into the air, and then they're throttling it, and then they cut the throttle. So now they've climbed up, it's stalled, and now it falls nose down, breaks the propeller and the landing gear. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. You know, nobody saw that until after they broke theirs, and then they're like, So, yeah, watch my video. It explains all of it. You know, and then once you start flying it differently, you'll love it. You won't have anything bad to say about it after you figured. Now that we've told you what's going on, you'll be great. You know, just fly it to the ground. Don't dead stick it to the ground. You know, keep the power on, fly it until it should still be flying when the wheels touch the ground. And that's what people don't understand. You know, they get it to landing speed, and then they stop flying it, and then it falls to the ground. And that's not how you land an airplane. That's how you break landing gear. If you're flying when you touch down, it touches down so softly because the plane still has lift under the wings as the wheels are touching down. That's what you want. You don't want to stall it in the air and have it fall on the ground. And that's what Draco was notorious for, and that's why everybody broke the landing gear. So, it's a good airplane. I love mine. You know, Roy loves his. And we were the two that figured it out right away what was wrong with this stupid airplane. You're on your fourth what? Roy, what are you on your fourth one of? Don't tell me you broke 4 propellers. Well, Michael, they got them on sale right now for $449. That's almost $200 off. You know, now's the time to get a Draco. You know, $449 is a screaming deal for a Draco. Did you break a prop when you hit the sprinkler, Roy? Oh, did you really? Well, why have you gone through 4 of them? Holy shit. I haven't broke a prop yet. I still have the original prop on mine. You should have gotten the T-28, the Carbon Z T-28. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Sean. That's the greatest plane ever. And Roy will tell you that, too. That is the greatest plane ever. And next to buying something from Flex Innovations, you can't buy a better plane than that Carbon Z T-28. That thing is fantastic. Yeah, that's why I just asked you if you broke a prop when you hit the sprinkler. Well, Sean, don't give up on that idea. Definitely buy the T-28. I know you're going to have to wait for it. I'm still waiting for mine. I mean, I have my original one, the red and white one, but I'm waiting for my yellow one. Roy got his yellow one. He flew it today, as a matter of fact. You know, Roy's already got his, and Fred got his today. They both flew theirs today. Yeah, that's true too, though. Any of the T-28s are good airplanes. My second favorite one is my one from well, it was made by ARC, but it was sold through Dynam. No, not Dynam. The hell was the name of that damn company again? I forget. But yeah, I've got 2 of those also. It's a great T-28. But I still love my Carbon Z the best. That thing's awesome. Now, Lyndon, if you go to Tower Hobbies right now, it's $449. Go to Tower Hobbies right now. The plug and play version, not the bind and fly. The plug and play, because they don't have any more bind and flies. They're gone. But they still have plug and plays, and they're $4.49. Now, Sean, the problem with them, I got an inside line to Horizon Hobby. A buddy of mine works there. They have over 1,100 orders for T28s. And they currently only have 180 coming in out of the 1,100 orders. So, people aren't going to get their T28s yet. There's way more orders than there are planes available. So there's 180 bind and flies and 20 plug and plays coming in. Yeah, they did. They sure did, Sean, because they ain't no way. If you just ordered yours now you might be able to go to a hobby shop and get one, because the hobby shops are going to get their allocation first. So if your local hobby shop ordered one to put on the shelf, they will get theirs before anybody that pre-ordered one will get theirs. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm probably going to go to the local hobby town when they get them in and go buy one there, because I'm tired of waiting for mine. Tim, as awesome as the 120 and the 1.2 is, the Carbon Z is 10 times better. Trust me. I've flown them all. There's just nothing that flies like that Carbon Z T28. That thing is amazing. Well, if you had it pre-ordered and your name was close to the top of the list in that 180, you might have gotten one. But you canceled the order, so now you're not going to get one. And like I said, there's only 180 coming in, and they've got 1,100 on order. So, yeah, it's going to be next year before they fill all those orders. And they're probably still taking more orders. So that 1,100 is probably still climbing. You know, but yeah, they haven't got shit coming in. So I don't think I'm going to get mine on this next order. I should, but I have a feeling I won't. And but I'm probably just going to go to the hobby shop and buy it, and then I'll just cancel my order. I'm not going to cancel it till I have one in my hands, though. Yeah, they keep telling everybody they're coming like next month or whatever, but they don't tell them that there's only 180 coming next month, and they have 1,100 on order. So everybody's reading that next shipment, date, and they're thinking theirs is coming on that next shipment date. No, it's not. Not unless you're at the top of the list, and you better be at the very top of that list, because you're not getting one otherwise. Oh, did they finally sell out, Lyndon? God, 2 days ago they had them. Wow. Yeah, because I was thinking of buying it. I wouldn't mind having a second one. So I was thinking of buying it, and Yeah, they sold out of them. Yeah, 2 days ago they still had a couple, I guess, because it was still good 2 days ago. But yeah, you're right now. It's gone now. Yeah. Yeah, you snooze, you lose. Like I said, I was going to buy one. Yeah, at that price, I wouldn't mind having a second one. But yeah, they're gone now. Oh, of course it's a shady sales gimmick, Sean. Of course it is. Yeah, it was my own fault. Roy, you're right. You didn't. I waited. I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't want to buy it until something, and then I just kept hee-hawing around, and then at the last minute I was going to put my order in, and then I saw that it had already changed, and I wasn't going to get anything on this shipment anyway, and I was like, oh shit. So then I called my buddy up, and he looked it up on the computer, and at that time, which was a couple of months ago, there was already 680 on order, and they only had 180 coming in. And so if I ordered one of those, I wasn't going to get it anyway. And I said, what about the plug-and-play one? And he looked that up, and he said, well, there's only 8 on order, and we have 20 coming in. So I went home that night from the flying field and ordered it. Because I figured if there's only 8 of the 20 spoken for, I'll get one. So that's what I'm sitting at. And there was those 20 that were supposed to come in were supposed to come in last month. And they got pushed back along with the bind-in flies. So my plug and play I should get when this shipment comes in, whenever that is. But if it doesn't, I'm probably just going to go down to the hobby shop and buy one. Yeah, Roy, that was smart thinking. Like I said, I did it all wrong. I fucked the whole thing up. Wrightsa did it right. He did what I did with the credit card, so I did save $80 on it. But he also, waited till it was 4 times the points, and then he ordered that and got some free shit with it too. And yeah, he made out like a bandit, and I took it up the ass, for lack of a better word. I just fucked the whole thing up. I saved the $80, but I didn't get the 4 times the points. I didn't get the free stuff that Wrightsa got, and I didn't get an airplane. Wrightsa got his. I didn't get an airplane, I waited too long, and so the only thing I did right was I saved $80, but that was it. So. Yeah, he has moments of brilliance now and then, Michael. It's not always, but he has moments of brilliance. He definitely knows how to work that stuff. When it comes to working the points and all the deals at Horizon, he's got that shit figured out. He's definitely the guy that's on the know there. No, I don't go back to work till Wednesday, Michael. I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday every week. So yeah, I don't go back to the bus till Wednesday. What battery are you ordering? I didn't even know we were talking about a battery. What do you want to order, Sean? Oh, you got to work tomorrow? Yeah. You want to trade? I'll go fly your airplane. You drive my bus. How about that? Oh, you want a battery for the Draco? Do you want a smart battery? Is that what you want to order? Yeah, Lyndon, that's too big a battery. That's why you broke your landing gear too. 3,300, 4,000 at the biggest. You don't need anything big. It'll fly for 9 minutes out of 3,300. How much longer do you want to fly? You know, the 3,300 is a perfect battery for the plane. One of the guys at my field has two 3,300s. By the time he's flown the pack out, the other one's charged. So he literally just keeps swapping the batteries and keeps flying. By the time he's got the new one on, he puts that one on charge, puts the one he just charged in the plane, taxis out, flies it around for 9 minutes, whatever, comes back in, this one's charged, he swaps them again, he flies all day long on those two batteries with hardly ever a break in between, maybe a minute or two. And they charge faster. You know, it doesn't take as long to charge a 3,300 as it does to charge a 5,000. So, you know, so you can charge it faster too. Yeah, I know you are, Lyndon. Did you buy that kit from Brandon like I showed you? It's got, where'd it go? I just had it here. Oh, you know, this reinforcement kit. Did you get this from Brandon? Yeah, Sean, we all do it. I'm as guilty as the next guy. Listen, I'm not picking on anybody. I do it too. We've gotten too complacent on expecting these foam airplanes to get tossed in and out of cars and in and out of your shop and whatever, that when we get them to the field, they're just going to fly. We just think they're going to fly, and we don't really look at them. And I'm changing my ways for sure, especially after the Tiger Cat crash. So I'm definitely changing my complacentness, and I'm really checking my airplanes now. I've changed a bunch of different things. I've been doing this for 50 years, and I'm still learning shit. So, yeah, you know, if I had not flown that plane after the prop strike, it wouldn't have crashed. I could have found the problem if I had done a thorough test and fixed it, and it would only cost me $54 to change the motor, and I would have a perfect airplane with a new motor in it. Instead, I crashed it and did $300 worth of damage, and after I'm done fixing it, it won't even be close to perfect. It's going to have all kinds of compression wrinkles, and it'll fly just fine, but it's not going to be near as pretty as it was, because I'm not going to pay $650 to replace it. I can't afford that. So yeah, I'm learning just like the rest of you. But we got to stop being complacent with it's just going to be good and start really doing a thorough check. You know, grab your surfaces, check them, make sure the hinges are glued, make sure everything's good. When you go out, make sure if you give it left aileron, that it goes left aileron. Don't just wiggle them and see, oh, they're moving, we're good. No, make sure they're moving the right way. I did that once too. I was on the wrong airplane that just happened to have the same receiver number assigned to it. So it bound, it bound up like it was ready to fly, but the controls were backwards. And that almost cost me an airplane. So, oh, Michael, you know everything? Well, then you need to be doing one of these shows and teaching the rest of us. What the hell's wrong with you? Why the hell am I here? You need to start a YouTube show. We'll all come watch your show, and then you can teach us everything. Yeah, listen, the alternative, Sean, is broken airplanes and money. All right, how long does it take? 30 seconds to give it a good look over, make sure everything is right before you take off. I mean, is 30 seconds that hard? Just give yourself the 30 seconds, and save the money, because, man, I'm telling you, when I lost the Tiger Cat last weekend, it hurt. Oh, my God, that fucking hurt. And it could have all been avoided if I had just put it back in the trailer, brought it home, and did a thorough test on that motor and ESC to make sure that I didn't have a problem. I wouldn't have crashed that airplane. And looking back at it, it really sucks. So, yeah, Roy. Maybe that's what Michael meant. He knows everything about foam board at Dollar Tree. Yeah, Craig, I'm sure he could. Just not with the plane that has retracts. Oh, he wrote the book on Harbor Freight Aviation. And it's not even in Chinese. Look at that. All right, Sean. I hope we helped you. Hey, come back next week. We're here every week, Thursdays and Sundays. Come hang out with us. We have a good time. They pick on me a lot. That's fun. And then we pick on each other. I'm not the only one that takes a hit, but it's my show, so I take the most hits. So, but yeah, come on back next week. Oh, golly, 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 golly. I still have people popping in and out. We were down to 9. We're back up to 14. It's weird. I don't know who's popping in and out. Yeah, come pick on Kenny. It's part of the ambiance here. Which twin, Roy? What twin did you get? Oh, the King Twin. Is that what you're talking about? The King Twin. It looks like a Cessna 310, but it's actually a Lockheed, or what is it? Or a Baron. What is it? Is it a Baron or a Lockheed? Anyway, is that the one you're talking about? The King Twin? So how'd you like it? Isn't that thing awesome? That thing flies fantastic. I love that airplane. King Air? I think Hobby King calls it the King Twin, I think. Is the real one called the King Air? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, it's a nice plane, and that's why I bought 2 of them. I love that fucking plane. Man, that thing flies good. And even though it's got just stick landing gear, they work. I mean, it lands beautiful. Yeah, King Twin. Yeah, officially it's called the Aviation King Twin 1700. Not to be confused with the King Air Binford 6200. Well, I crashed one. Yeah, that was me. That was all on me. I was showing off, and I stalled it and crashed it. So that one was on me. The second one, I didn't have my generator strapped down in the back of the trailer, and some jackass pulled out in front of me, and I had to slam on the brakes, and the generator fell over and slid right through my plane rack, landed on top of the wing of the second King Twin, and slid it along the floor and broke the rack. And but I fixed it. I mean, it's got some cosmetic rash on it, no big deal, and it flies fine. You know, so I'm still flying that one. But it's not perfect, but it's fine. I could probably make it perfect if I wanted to steam the compression from the generator out of the flap. I probably could do that, but it ain't gonna change the way it flies. It's fine. Really, I hadn't noticed that particular plane. I haven't noticed any different characteristics with the weight. It seems to like it no matter what. Now, I did notice it on the P-38 because I flew it with 3 different batteries: a 6,000. No, I'm sorry, a 5,000, a 4,000, and then a 3,600. And yeah, every time I put a lighter battery in it, it flew better. It definitely doesn't like the weight. So I can't believe that when they brought that plane out, Motion, they wanted you to fly it with 2 4,000 packs. That would have been insane. That would have been way too fucking heavy. That plane would have never flown good at 2 4,000s in it. I mean, it probably would have flown, but, you know, it wouldn't fly as good as mine flies. God, I only fly it with 1 4,000 in it, and or 5. You know, it flies with the 5 or the 4. I've been flying it with both. And it's fine. It flies great. So, but yeah, I haven't noticed any difference with the King Twin. It just flies so good. It don't give a shit what battery you put in it. Yeah, Fred flew today. Oh, is this Fred's T-28 flight? He got his, oh, nope, the video was taken down. Oh, no, inappropriate. Are you swearing in this thing? What the hell? Why is it inappropriate? Oh, yeah, you can't use that music. Yeah, that's a big no-no. Yeah, that's a big no-no. Here's Kenny. I'm back. What's up, Ken? So who makes the King Air, Michael? Is that a Lockheed plane or is it a Beechcraft? I forget who makes that damn thing. Who makes the King Air? Well, it's simple, Roy. Just make yourself like I did. I made myself a harness that took two XT60 connectors into one EC5 connector. You know, of two female to plug into the harness. So like battery pack connectors, you know, to plug into the harness to an EC5 that is the harness that you plug your battery into. And now one battery pack flies both motors, and it works perfect. And it was a simple harness to make, and because there's no way I was going to fly it on two battery packs. That's just insane. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Oh, did you have a freeze? Is that what happened? Yes, Lyndon, I know the King. It's not called the King Air, Lyndon. It's called the King Twin. They can't call it the King Air because then they'd have to pay royalty to the real company. I'm asking Michael Bear who the real company is that makes the King Air. Okay? The real one. Yes, the model is called the King Twin. Because Hobby King didn't want to pay royalty money to Beechcraft or whoever to use the name King Air. That's, you know, that's what Horizon did with a couple of their planes. They had to pay royalty money, and so did Motion, you know. So it says officially licensed. You know, they had to get an official license to use the name. So Hobby King didn't do that. That's why they called it the King Twin. So they didn't have to pay the licensing fee to the company that made the real one. Yeah, absolutely, Roy. Yeah, I just, you know, put a single harness in it so that I only fly off one battery. I'm not flying off two batteries. It's the stupidest idea I've ever seen. I don't know who thought that up, but that was stupid. At the very least, it's the same harness. Listen, the F7 Tiger Cat has the same harness. I got it right here. I'll show you. Hell, even FMS knew that was a stupid idea. So they didn't do it. So here's, I copied this basically. Mine's bigger, but these are two EC3 connectors. Here, let me change. I'll change to this. Hang on a minute. Okay. All right. So these are the same ends that are on a battery, the EC3 connectors. And they're wired into an EC5 connector. That's the connector that's in the plane. So you plug these into the harnesses that are already in the plane and converts it to one single EC5. And now you've put a four cell or a 6 cell, whichever you're going to fly it on. A single battery powers both motors. So that's exactly what I did. I made a harness just like this one using XT60 connectors, because that's the kind of connectors that are in the, instead of EC3s, I used XT60 connectors to an EC5 connector, and that's what I put in the P38. And this is exactly how FMS did it originally. This is, this is the harness that came in the F7F when you buy it. So they're doing the exact same thing I did. No, so it is a Beechcraft plane. Okay. Thank you, Michael. And Jet Tech, Don. Who made the Aztec? That twin super hot, supposed to be the fastest twin. Who made that plane? The one that plane that Tom Cruise was flying in that movie, Made in America, I think it was called. Oh yeah, I didn't have any problem with the CG at all in the P38. It was easy. No CG issue at all. Yeah, it plugged right in. Oh, Piper Aztec. Right. Thank you, Ken. Yep, that's right. Now that you said that, thank you. Yeah. They all look so close to the same between the 310 and the King Air and the Aztec. They really look like the same fucking airplane. I mean, I know they don't when you get them right next to each other, but the Cessna's definitely a little roundier. But they're all basically the same kind of airplane. If you just flashcarded them to somebody, unless they're a real aviation nut, I think they're probably the 310's the more known one. So everybody would just keep guessing it's a 310, but it's not. So. Yeah, Roy, it'll be a whole new airplane. It really will. Which plane are you doing this in? Which twin are you talking about doing this to? The Piper was the worst shit you ever worked on? Fred, was the T-28 the only thing you flew today, or did you fly some other stuff? Oh, the Bronco. That's right. You'd said that. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, that should work fine. I don't see a problem. I mean, if you have to add a little weight to the nose, I mean, you know, check your CG. If you need to, move the battery all the way forward. But I didn't have to do that in the. As a matter of fact, I had to move the battery back in the P38. The only one I moved forward was the 36. I had to move the 36 about an inch forward. But the 4000 and the 5000, I had it pushed all the way back to the. There's a cross plate in the battery bay there, like a tray, and I had it pushed all the way back to the tray on both those batteries, and it CG'd fine. On the 3600, I was a little leery, so I moved the battery all the way forward. So, but yeah, I don't know. I have no experience with the Bronco. I think it's a cool airplane. I just don't have one. So, but yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem. Just get a bigger battery, you know. If you have to put a 5000 or a 6000 in there, listen, it's way better than dead weight. If you put flight time battery weight in the plane to get it to CG, it's a plus. You're going to have to put the weight in it anyway. It might as well be usable weight. That's how I look at it. I never put lead in an airplane unless I absolutely have to. You know, I always put, if I need to, I'll just fly it with a bigger battery. You know, I had to do that on my blunt nose Versa flight test plane. It just wouldn't CG until I put a 5000 3S 5000 pack in it. As a matter of fact, I think I have that pack. Yeah, it's right here on the floor. This big behemoth. I had to put this son of a bitch. Hang on. Yeah, this Zippy 5000 pack. What is that, 30C? Yeah, 30C. Zippy 5030. That's the pack I had to put in my blunt nose Versa flight test plane to get it to CG. So, but with that big a battery in there, I flew it for an hour. So, with the lights on. I flew it one night with the lights on for an hour. I just wanted to see how long I could fly it. I was cracking up. I'm like, this is crazy. You know, so I'm flying it around, and it's cool as shit because it's green. It just glows green. So it's this giant triangle wing that's green flying around. And, you know, it was crazy. But yeah, that's the battery I could add. I couldn't fly it with anything smaller than this. It wouldn't CG without it. And I can promise you a flying wing that's tail heavy will never fly. You can forget that. It ain't going to fly. Yeah, Fred, I love the lights. God, I'm so glad they put lights in the new T28. That's why I jumped on it. Not as quickly as I should have, but I mean, I really wanted it because it had lights, and more than just the standard, you know, red and green, you know, navigation lights. They put landing lights in it. Did they put strobes in the wing too? I think it's got the red and greens and strobes, doesn't it? Anyway, it looks cool as shit. I think it's got a beacon on the bottom. Yeah, I love it. I just love that airplane. I'm not crazy about the yellow. I'll live with it. It's okay. But I'm not crazy about it. Yeah, well, if that's what you need to use, Roy, to get it to CG, I mean, I definitely use lighter batteries if you can, but you know, if you need it for the CG, then use it. I mean, Christ, it's usable weight. So, for sure, use it. That's what I would do. A socket wrench? Yeah. A socket wrench set. in the front. Yeah, that's hilarious, Michael. Yeah, I threw a 2200 in it, and it was like, well, fuck, this is even close to CGN. So then I think I went to, I had a 3000. I mean, that might be laying here too. Hang on a minute. Well, yeah, I do. I had a, yeah, I had this one. So this 3000 Admiral pack. Let me change this again. So then I had this in it. It still wouldn't CG. You know? So I had to put this in it, which is that much bigger and thicker. You know? So that was the, and that's what it took to get it to CG. So I tried a 2200, then I went to the 3000, and then I had to go to the 5000. And the 5000 did the trick. And like I said, then now you can fly it all night long. Why not? Right? I mean, if you're going to have to put weight in it, it might as well be usable weight. What the fuck? So, yeah, so that's what I did. And that worked out great. Not strobes, but under the lower fuselage lights. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know how they get the Versa to fly at all, without it being a blunt nose Versa, where they add that center section. Because how the hell are you going to get enough battery in the nose of that son of a bitch? You know, to CG. I don't know how they do it. That's just nuts. You know, that's why I built the Versa, because I figured, you know, the blunt nose, because I figured that extra room would give me a place to put a lot of weight. And, you know, I don't know how they do it without it. Christ, that's crazy. Well, yeah, the yellow plane's definitely visible. There's no doubt about that. You know, it's definitely, you know, and what would make it even more visible is to put some red stripes on it. Like red invasion stripes on the bottom of it. That thing will pop. You know, a red and yellow airplane is the most visible thing in the air. So if you ever want to make something really visible, just paint it yellow and red, and you'll be able to see it anywhere. And those colors just set it off. It's unbelievable how easy it is to see a plane that's red and yellow. That's funny, Michael. I can't believe you put a socket set in there. That's what you'd have to do. There's no doubt. I mean, if you don't have a battery that's this thing's got to weigh a pound. Jesus, this thing's heavy as shit. Yeah, if you don't have a big-ass battery to put in that sumbitch, I don't know how you're going to fly it, because it's stupid tail heavy. So, yeah, it took a lot of fucking around to get, you know, finally figure out that this was the battery. And I originally had bought this battery. So here's how I was dealing with the hobby. I bought my first 1700 FMS Mustang the same time I was building my Versa. And I didn't have any 6-cell packs. So I built myself a series harness so that I could plug two of these 5000s together in series to make a 6-cell 5000, so I could fly my Mustang, because I didn't have any 6-cell packs. And I wasn't even sure I was ever going to buy 6-cell packs. I thought this idea would work great. And it did, honestly. But then I started buying all these 6-cell airplanes, and I was like, well, this is stupid. I might as well buy 6-cell batteries now. But in the beginning, that's what I was using. So I have two of these, and I would plug them in series, not parallel, to make them 6-cell, and then put them in the plane. And it flew great with these. You know, so I had a 5006S basically by putting these in series together. So that's how I acquired these big-ass batteries in the first place, was to fly the Mustang. And then I figured out that that was the only battery I could put in the damn Versa to get it to CG. So, and after I did that, like I said, I could fly it for an hour. So it's like, you know, so I was like, shit, this is hilarious. So I was tearing up the sky at that night, you know, and it was, and the guys I was flying with had never seen a night flight plane that glowed like that, and they'd never seen a flight test plane. So they got to see both, you know, a glowing flight test plane, and they thought it was cool as shit. They really loved it. They just went crazy over that. So. You know, I think my verse is right here next to the tent. Let me look. It is. Can I get to it? Let me do this. And then this. And the new value. That. Look at all these damn empty boxes sitting here. Shit. And that's where I was going to get back there anyway. My other F-27 is back there. And I was trying to figure out where the hell that box went. So, I wanted to get to that anyway. So here we go. Oh, the moisture out here is really screwed this way. What's this? Oh, that's that power supply. Broken sunglasses. Alright. Alright. I've been looking all over for my second F-22. And I finally realized it was back here. So here it is. So now I got that out. And here's my Versa. You know, this thing's in bad shape. God, that's what these damn paper airplanes. Yeah. You know, that's the one thing flight really didn't consider at the time was making these planes to last. They expected you to fly them a day, crash them and throw them away, have a fun day to remember, and then start over the next day building them over again. I build them to keep them. So, all right. So here's my Versa. And if the harness is still in it, I'll be able to plug the lights in. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. What's going on there? Huh. Well, that's weird. I'm pretty sure these are the lights. Let me check this here. Where'd that battery go? Here. Yeah, there we go. Let me unplug these lights. Hang on a second. That's the easiest way to do that. Over here. No, that's not gonna work. Right here, I guess. Look if I can plug up this. I'll lose the lights. Yeah, this is